some consolation to say that they are the best, and unfortunately, we don't know how many of them have been injured or perhaps killed.
Let me ask you a question about that, Ray. Is it true that the Center for New York Emergency is housed at the World Trade Center?
Yes, that is true. It was shifted there a few years ago. It was up on the one of the, I think about the 7th or 8th floor in one of those buildings. And again, in hindsight, perhaps that shouldn't have been done, but it was a state-of-the-art facility, no question about it.
Well, tell me a little bit more about that facility, if you could, Ray. I mean, what specifically is it designed to do? It's
designed to coordinate. You have 40,000 police officers. You have a fire department with the emergency service, EMS component of about 15,000 people. The purpose of that facility was to coordinate activities in the event of emergencies. And again, it had state-of-the-art communications equipment. And it's something that it's just unfortunate as to where it was located. But there are temporary headquarters. New York City has several of them, and mobile temporary headquarters that I'm sure they're operating out of now.
At the same time, it must be fairly chaotic without the use of that center to coordinate the efforts.
Well, I guess everything is chaotic right now, but the emergency vehicles, I think New York City has a lot of major events, and they coordinate most of those events outside of that center. That center has kind of an oversight responsibility for a lot of the events. The coordination is done on the scene. Mm-hmm. So they practice doing that
and Ray, I mean, obviously the problem here is not only do police officers and law enforcement and rescue people have to respond to what's happened at the World Trade Center, but also a large number have to fan out to make sure that nothing occurs at other landmark buildings throughout the city.
That's true, and of course services have to be provided throughout the city. The normal police and fire services, the rest of the city, 320 square miles, have to be covered by emergency services. So it is indeed a tremendous challenge.
Ray, you've been in the middle of these kinds of episodes when you were the police